Dice Tower Tonight, episode 30.
Halloween 2018.
Welcome to Dice Tower Tonight, a video cast about board games and card games, and especially the people who play them. On tonight's show, we're dressed to the nines for Halloween. Crystal grills Tom and me about Essen. We play another of Tom's devious games, and we take your questions live. I'm Eric Summerer, and joining me now, the Papa and Smurfette to my brainy Smurf, Tom and Crystal.
You know that brainy Smurf is like easily the most disliked Smurf.
Papa Smurf, it says right here that Brainy is the smartest Smurf of all the Smurfs.
I hate brainy Smurf.
I know, everyone hates Brainy Smurf.
Oh, he was such a pain. I actually rooted for Gargamel to eat him. To be fair, I rooted for Gargamel to eat all the Smurfs. It seems like he never got a fair shake.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the bad guys, they never get a fair shake.
I believe it was a natural order of things. I mean, that's the way I feel about it. Folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. Today is a different kind of show. First of all, we're starting an hour late because of Halloween. For some of us. We had kids. Oh, man. I handed out candy till I was blue in the face.
All of the kids are currently coming up to my door and reading a sign that says, "I'm sorry, I'm streaming live on YouTube. I'll hand out candy at 8:15. So, because I figured, so my loft where I do this is right at the front of my house on the second level. So it's bright as day on the second level of my house right now. So they know I'm home, and I didn't want to be that house in the neighborhood.
There's lots of houses in neighborhoods that don't give out candy.
Right, but I feel like me, as a person who does not have kids, like I should be handing out candy because that way the families can all go out and trick or treat, and I'm there to give candy to all of those kids and families who are trick or treating. And it's a nice thing to do.
I set up a Plinko machine.
Oh, that's cool.
So the kids drop in 4 discs, and I made slots of 1, 2, 3, and times 2 points. And then whatever number you got, that's how much candy I gave you. Because I was in the mood to just, destroy kids' teeth. I am the anti-dentist. No one gives out candy at night. So what's the best combo to get, Eric?
The best combo, of the
4 discs.
What were the results again? We got the times 2.
A 1, 2, and a 3.
Well, I would guess a 3 and then 3 times 2s.
It's 24.
Yeah. So, 24 pieces of candy. So, I would go for 12 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and 12 Rolos.
Oh, man, I haven't had a Rolo in ages. No, actually, that is correct. Or also 2 3s and 2 times 2s also would work. That I don't give out Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I don't give out chocolate at all. I'm anti-giving kids chocolate. Not because I think kids shouldn't eat chocolate. I don't really care. They can eat sugar and die. But chocolate is so messy. Don't you think?
I mean, yeah.
Don't you think I was kidding about kids eating candy and dying. But chocolate's super messy. Chocolate and gum are like, you don't like the parents of the kids you've given those things to.
Okay.
I can see that.
Disagree?
That chocolate is not messy? No, I won't disagree. I won't say that chocolate isn't messy. But, my kids really like chocolate, so.
Sure, but what about when you find chocolate in someone's pants?
I don't let them put chocolate in their pants.
Ha! What are you talking about? In their pockets? You never found a melted chocolate? Come on now.
No, chocolate stays outside of the pants area.
I know what it's supposed to do.
Like rule number 1, don't put chocolate in your pants.
That's not rule number 1.
Rule number 2, don't eat too much chocolate.
Don't give my kids chocolate. Rule number 2, and chocolate melts too. That's the biggest other problem with chocolate. And then don't give my kids Play-Doh, but that's a different situation. All right. What are we talking about? Games, right?
I think so.
I mean, that seems reasonable. It is a board gaming show, so.
All right, so I got back from Essen. If no one noticed that. And one of our pieces of luggage got lost, which is not the end of the world.
But that's where all the good games went, right? In your luggage?
You know what? For the life of me, I can't remember what games are in that luggage, but I just got home and it's here. So I lugged this 50-pound box upstairs. So we're going to open it here on camera and see what's in it.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It is exciting, somewhat. Customs went through it, though, which is problematic.
Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe they took the good candy. I don't know what's in here. Also, I'm hoping my razor's in here.
That's the most random. We've got board games and candy and a razor.
A razor.
Isn't dangerous at all.
I'm shaven, and I was like, where's my razor? Okay, this is important. It's a white box. What do you think's inside here? It's pretty awesome.
Something awesome in a white box.
Oh.
That's a camel.
Is it a wooden nativity set? Is it a meeple nativity set?
A big, huge meeple circus.
That's correct.
Hey!
That's
I've never even played regular sized meeple circus, so I know. And I like dexterity games.
Dice Tower Cons.
Yes.
All right, let's see. What's in here? Well, first we have Rise to Nobility. This is from the folks who made Cavern Tavern.
Oh.
You can
this
tell
is the one that's supposed to be better than Cavern Tavern, right?
I would assume every game from this company. No, it's that Cavern Tavern's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. I will not play it again, even though it is in my house. So.
All right, so we got the 5th ingredient here for Potion Explosion. I think Eric's had this for a while.
The 5th ingredient, yes. Yes, that's been out for a year or so.
Yeah, well, I'm so about it. This one's really hot. I don't know why, but it was really high in the hotness list. It's from Hobby World. It's a pretty small game, just 72 cards, but it was on the BGG hotness and everything like that.
Huh.
It's got a neat name.
Tie.
It's high, yes. Was that the padding to protect the games?
No, I just spread my clothes throughout all the packages. Here's the matching vest. And my blue suspenders.
Good.
Another vest. All right. Here's my number 1 game. From the anticipated game anyway. But I heard this one's very good. Although we haven't played it yet because it says 45 minutes per player.
Whoa.
And someone told me that may be 15 minutes fast.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
What's the range player count wise on it?
4, I think. 2 to 4 probably.
Okay.
Well, probably 1 to 4 nowadays, but whatever. 2 to 4. I don't know why they're in there. This one I'm excited about. Keyflow.
Yes.
Have you played this one, Eric?
No, I haven't, but I enjoyed the fact that Richard Vries had his booth built out of cardboard boxes, and he had like desks and stuff, and as he sold out of the boxes, he gradually expanded out of his booth and set up tables to actually demo the game. But at first, it was just a big old castle made of boxes.
Doesn't he do that every year?
Yes.
Okay. Yay! This game is great. A new reprinting of it, finally. Firenze. Have you played this one, Eric?
No.
You should. It's great. The good news is all these will be at Dice Tower Retreat. The expansion for Santa Maria. I'm excited about that. I like Santa Maria. Although this one has some weird stuff going on in it. Like there's another whole player board.
I actually didn't pick that one up. It was on my list to look at, and I never went by that booth.
Monstrite.
Monstrite. What is that supposed to be a portmanteau of?
The monster's all right.
They are strong, nimble, smart, and untiring. Monsters are a great technological discovery and the best item on the market. So we are scientists. We want to use the monsters we create in order to conquest the world. It will be enough to wait until people will get used to them and then call them back to spread the panic. It would be useful to send them to the arena in order to learn some special tricks to use it in the final battle. Sounds it easy? It might be. But you must consider that your colleagues have the same evil plan. You will have to fight them if you want to win and rule the world. Run the factory, spread out monsters around, and use them against your opponents in a last monster stand battle. So I'm going to go with bad translation.
Yeah.
But it still looks fun. That's why I brought it. Here's an ironic game, unfortunately. A thief's fortune, and then Artipia got robbed.
Yes, but they caught one of them.
Yeah, but they weren't able really to punish the guy they caught, which is unfortunate. A lot of people got robbed at Essen. Japanime had their whole booth robbed during cleanup.
What?
So they were cleaning up their office that they had there got robbed. They lost their passports, their computers.
Oh, my.
And all their money.
Jeez.
Yeah, see, Eric and me and Mandy and Suzanne and we were all there working on the booth. Someone could have come in, I guess, and we might not have noticed because we're like cleaning up.
Right.
Anyway, this game does look fun, though. This game is fun. Excellent game. The Walls of York. This is like a roll and write, except that it's not. You're rolling a dice and putting walls on your board, but everyone uses the same roll.
I saw the tower that's displayed there. It's sort of a dice tower that then catches the dice and positions them properly. It looked neat.
So, someone handed this to me.
I mean,
yep.
Yeah, even I like dogs a lot, but even I'm shaking my head a bit.
These were two games that looked kind of cool. They were part of a pack of Tokyo.
Oh, yeah. Those are the ones that were on Kickstarter a while back.
Yeah, Jordan Draper games.
So there's two of them here, and then the third one went in one of the other pieces of luggage. This one says there's 20 games in here.
So you can take the 3 different games, play them individually, and then the components from all 3 of them, I believe, can be combined in different ways to create all of those games. But I'm not vouching for
run.
I mean, yes, I think so. That was how it was sold on the Kickstarter. And one of them is about like vending machines or something, and the components looked real cute.
That's this one. And yeah, here you can see them. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it at the booth and I was like, that looks really cool.
Yeah, I was tempted when it was on Kickstarter, but I believe it was a little the razor. I hope someone was not here at the beginning of the stream and is here now and is just very confused. And welcome to Tom Shaves live on the Dice Tower.
I'm actually shaving right now? Okay, yes.
Well, our question was, do you think I could have taken this on in the carry-on?
Yes?
I don't think you can cut someone with one of these, right? I don't know.
The rules, if you try to apply logic to TSA rules, you're playing a bad game there.
That's right. Well, they checked. They checked it. That's what this says. All right, last thing in here. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's called the Tokyo series.
Yep.
I don't know what this is. It's a bag that came with it. It's really heavy. Oh, these are metal coins. Okay.
You know that they were our neighbors at Gen Con, right?
They were sharing a booth with someone else, right?
Yeah.
That's what got me confused because the people they were sharing with, I didn't care about those games. So, all right, here's the goodie box of promos. Does that intrigue you?
Yes.
So what do you think's in here? Let's see.
Probably a bunch of promos.
All right, let's see. First, we have some Black Story stuff. Nah.
In German.
Is it in German?
Probably.
Here's some tiles for Rajas of the Ganges. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that one. Something for Azul.
Ooh.
Yeah, what do you think Azul's like something hard to mess with because the game doesn't have that much. Let me read these English rules. Wait When you pick the tiles of one color from it, the remaining tiles are not moved to this table, but remain on it. Does that sound interesting?
I mean,
Just a special location?
yeah, it just locks the tiles on it in. I mean, it adds a tiny bit of variety. That's
2 of them.
oh.
And then there's these ×2 tiles on here that you can double the points if the double score marker of that tile's color is still available. Okay. Here's an Altiplano tile. And what game is this? It can't be Raja. Oh, this is Quacksalber von Quackity Quack Quack Quack.
Ooh.
Quedlinburg.
Wolfgang's Exchange Office. That's what this is. All right, that's cool. I like buying promos in a box like this. It's much more convenient than hunting them down. Promos is one of those things that they have all over the place at Essen. I think there's more promos there than any other convention. Woo! Done. All right, your turn.
Go ahead, Eric.
Who's you? Oh, so I have one from Essen too. Are you going to do that the whole time? Well, I'm...
Only when you're talking.
Layers is a game from Happy Baobab, one of the Korean publishers. And it's one of these speed games. There was a game from Game Right that's very similar to this that came out several years ago. On the Dot, it was called. It had a bunch of transparent pieces that you then had to form into a pattern. But everybody gets one set of these things, 5 of them, and they're different shapes and patterns, and they're double-sided. And everybody has a set, and you will choose to go with either a level 3, a level 4, or a level 5 pattern, and that's how many layers are in that. You flip it over, and you need to then make that pattern. So if I was trying to do that one, I'd have to grab the this guy, and then this one, and this one, and try and arrange those into a particular arrangement. I know you can't see what I'm trying to do, but it's going to all make sense in just a second. And then once I have it, I take a little number 1 piece and stick it on top. Once I've done that, I can't touch it anymore, and I start a timer. And then the rest of the players have that amount of time to try and also complete the pattern. Then we all compare, and we look at it and say, oh, I've made this pattern, and it matches what I've done here, and yes, I'm correct. And each round, the scoring's slightly different, so I may get 3 points for coming in first, and then it might be 2 points, and then 1 point, or it might be 3 points, and then second place gets to steal a point from someone. It changes every round. You go 6 rounds of this, and that's the game. I like it. I think it's especially the level 4 and 5 puzzles are really interesting because you don't see the depth on those cards, so you have to sort of figure out where these shapes come from, which side of the card it is. It's a neat challenge. Playing it with the kids, though, is an interesting twist in its own right because I've got the 7-year-old and the 10-year-old, and while the 10-year-old is happily racing against me, and we tend to be somewhat evenly matched depending on what level we're playing, the 7-year-old isn't quite at that level where he can process as quickly, and so he's just at a decided disadvantage. So we have to come up with special rules to allow him to still have fun without just breaking the game entirely. So what we ended up doing was whoever was first then went to helping him to put his stuff together to see if they could beat the second place player, which happened a couple times. And that was kind of fun. Also, once we were done, we also didn't play with the timer. So once the first 2 people got done, they just help him, guide him through the puzzle. And if he was able to figure it out, we gave him the second place points or something. So he had more fun just working his way through the puzzle without the time pressure and the race element, which was fine. But I worry that I also picked up Magic Fold, which is a similar style game, and it's going to have a similar issue with him trying to race to complete puzzles and stuff. I think Layers is great. It's an interesting twist on this. I like it better than On the Dot, and I'm glad I picked it up. But it needs a little bit of care for playing with the 7-year-old, whereas the 10-year-old's happily off to the races.
What made you think it was a kid's game to begin with?
Oh, I didn't think it was a kid's game. I just thought I could play it with them. And it was, we have our weekly game night, and I showed the entire stack of Essen games to the kids, and it was my elder son's choice, and he wanted to play Layers.
Okay. That looks good. I like that. I like that idea. That's very similar to any number of these games where you have some spatial puzzle to finish first. But I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I recently got to play a game that I feel was getting a lot of buzz somewhat recently. I don't know if it just came out at retail or if it's been out for a little while now, but that is Reef, the abstract strategy game from Emerson Matsuuchi. I love his game Spectre Ops. I am not a fan of Century Spice Road. So this felt like it would be closer to Century Spice Road, so I was wondering if I was going to like it or not. In Reef, all of the players have a little player board, and they are attempting to build a coral reef, and then score cards based on a number of different types of scoring constraints. So, for instance, when you play this card, you get to take an orange coral and a yellow coral, and then you get to score this type of coral. So that's a stack of 4 with purple on the top. There's others that have multicolored scoring or patterns. So this one, oh gosh, cards are on the floor. Cards are on the floor. Well, that's
card down.
It's a thing. It's
Quick,
happening.
cause a distraction.
I can't get up from my chair. It's fine. I'll pick them up later. Like this one, for instance, you have to have a green and a purple next to one another. And you get to score for each instance of the thing on your board that's visible at the time you play the card. So if you have a bunch of pairs of green and purple were on the top next to one another, then you'll score that multiple times. And you're literally just drawing these cards from a publicly available pool, putting them into your hand, and then later playing them. On your turn, all you do is either take a card or play a card. So it's really simple. And then you end up building, the best part is the little coral reef things. Okay, yep, all the cards are on the floor. That's fine. So you've got your little player board, and you've got these little plastic pieces that are the coral reefs, and you stack them up on top of one another, and they're pretty neat looking components, really. They're all different shapes. And by the time you have them all built up on your board, there's a whole bunch of them, and it looks quite lovely. I honestly, when I heard the rules, was not certain I was going to like this. But it's one of those games that is incredibly simple to learn and to play, but the decisions within it are interesting. And unlike some abstract strategy games where I end up feeling I get to a point sometimes where I'm like, there is no good decision for me here. Everything is bad. In this game, I almost always felt like I had a good option. Even if it wasn't necessarily the best option or better than what my opponents were doing, like I always felt like I was making good progress. And so it made it fun to play, and it's pretty quick to play as well. So I really liked it. It's pretty, the pieces are fun and chunky. I like fun plastic components. That's just great. So yeah, this one is a winner for me. I played it once at Meepleville, the local board game cafe, and then bought it immediately. So I will now be playing a lot more of Reef.
Cool. I really like this game a lot.
Reef is awesome. My mother played it with me a few months ago in Maine, and immediately went off to order a copy so that she could play it with her seniors board game club. So
that's neat.
She's all with that one too.
That's very cool.
All right, are we ready for the game show?
We're never ready for the game show, but
we're literally never ready.
Yeah.
I made it easier last time. I really believe I did.
You did. Actually, last time was much easier.
So with that in mind, let's get started. Tonight's theme is Halloween. For no particular reason, no coincidence.
I don't know why you choose that, but okay.
All right, so let's start with some statistics from 2017. These are the statistics I had and have 2018. So I'm going to read you a list, and you're both going to pick two things from this list. And you'll get points equal to how much percentage of people plan to celebrate Halloween by doing these things. So some people plan to celebrate Halloween by dressing in a costume. Some people plan to celebrate Halloween by carving a pumpkin. Some people plan to celebrate Halloween by decorating their house. Some people want to go to or host a party. Some people will hand out candy. Some people will go trick-or-treating. Some people will dress up their pets. And some people will visit a haunted house or haunted whatever, hayride or whatever. You both get to pick two of those things, and you get points for the two you pick. You want to get the highest ones.
Okay.
So we will allow Crystal to go first.
So am I just picking one first? And then
That's correct.
Okay.
Drafting.
Then I will say celebrating Halloween by wearing a costume.
All right. Eric, you now get to pick two.
Decorating your house.
Okay.
And handing out candy.
All right, Crystal, you get one more.
I will say trick-or-treating.
All right. 16% of people dress up their pets. I don't understand that. I'm not dressing up pets at all. Pets don't like it. They hate it, actually.
No. Here, hold on. Wait. You are true. That is you are true. That is true for some pets. In fact, my dog Lana hates wearing anything, whether that's a collar, a harness, a shirt, anything. But my dog Maybe, the one that gets on stream with me sometimes, loves wearing clothes. If I pull out one of her little shirts or dresses, she gets so excited and she will literally run into it and wiggle her head into it and then prance around when she's wearing it. So not all pets hate clothes.
Are you sure that's not because you feed her treats and there's some sort of Pavlov effect going on?
No, not at all. Literally from the first time we adopted her, I think the shelter gave us a little shirt or something or whatever. And she's been excited to wear clothes since we first adopted her. So, and she's never gotten a treat for doing it ever. I've never cajoled her into it.
All right. Anyhow, the next lowest was visiting a haunted house. 22% people do that. The next is shockingly low on the list, and that is trick-or-treating. Only 30%.
I mean, I figured that might be the case, but we picked, I thought, the best ones at that point.
I just got to give you 30 points. Okay. Then partying, going to or attending a party, 34%. 46% say carve a pumpkin, which it feels like is a lie. But all right. 48% say dressing in a costume. So Crystal gets 48 more points.
Uh-oh.
I know. Number 2 was decorate. 49% of people decorate their houses or what have you. Of people surveyed, obviously. This gives Eric a very commanding lead from question number 1. Question 2, wits and wagers. This one's worth 50 points to whoever gets the closest to this without going over. If you both go over, no points for anyone, and I'll give 50 points to the internet. Let me add them in here. And if the internet wins, everyone watching will get a $100 gift certificate. No, I can't do that.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
All of a sudden, our viewers go up from 150 to 1,500.
How much, and again, this survey was taken in 2017. How much does the average, and I'm assuming it's U.S., the average family spend on Halloween?
Oh.
And you're going to make me go first with this one?
Yes. However, I want you both to think of your number in your head. And Eric, you go first, but Crystal, you need to say yours 5 seconds after Eric.
I will say it as soon as I hear Eric say his, I will give my answer.
Because we're not doing this stupid $1 more than the other person.
Yeah, no, I have my answer already. I'm good.
Because Eric is thinking about doing that already.
What if my answer is exactly the same as Eric's? Then what do I do?
Neither one of you should ever pick a round number.
Why?
For that very reason.
Okay, now, okay, so
All right,
what
fine.
if we... Did you say just 99? Because I was going to say 100.
No,
And if...
that's not what I said. I said, all right, fine.
Oh, I thought you said things.
Okay.
Well, I already gave my answer now. I was all like frantic. All right, well, I'm picking a different answer then.
See, I could be a jerk and say 101 right now, but I won't. No, I was saying 137.
All
Okay,
right.
and I'm still going to... I'll say 100, which is what my original answer was.
All right. Good news for the internet. You got 50 points because the actual answer was $86.13.
Oh,
I mean, that's
However,
close.
Crystal, as an experienced Wits and Wagers, I think I'm one of the most experienced Wits and Wagers players in the world. You should never pick a round number because you will always likely tie somebody.
Well, in a 2-player game, though.
Same thing. All right, let's go to a top 10 list. Again, this is 2017. What were the top 10 costumes choices by adults? Now, just to clarify a couple things here, these are sometimes could be a broad category, could be specific. If it's specific, I will give you the broad category that it falls in, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And you'll get points for each of the ones that you pick here. And I'm going to give 10 points to the internet for each one you don't get.
Okay.
All right. So, Crystal, you're first.
I'm going to go with superhero.
That's too generic.
Okay, then I will go with witch.
Okay.
What? I'm not, I didn't want to pick a specific superhero.
Crystal picked the number one answer. 10 points. Eric.
pirate.
Pirate is the number 4 answer. That is 7 points. Crystal.
Is monster too generic?
Yes.
Okay. How about devil?
Devil is not on the list. And neither is, never mind. Eric.
Vampire.
Vampire is number 6. 5 points for Eric.
Let's go with Batman.
Batman is the number 2 answer. 9 points for Crystal.
I truthfully didn't think it was going to be that good, but haha!
Eric.
Superman.
Superman is not on the list. However, DC superheroes are on the list. That's number 9. 2 points for Eric.
I mean, we definitely got to go with Wonder Woman then.
I just gave him DC superheroes.
So everyone other than Batman in the DC
Everyone
universe.
other than Batman.
I thought you were giving a clue.
No.
I can't think well when I'm a panda, apparently. Let's see. How about a doctor/nurse? I don't know if those can be.
That would be fine, but no. Eric.
Okay.
How about a spooky ghost?
Have you ever seen an adult dress as a ghost?
No.
You don't have to sound so ashamed, but no.
How about a cat?
Animal is the number 3 category, so that's 8 points for Crystal. You got the top 3 answers.
Yeah, but I'm only getting tiny points, and in that first round, Eric got massive points.
You just lost a point for whining.
I'm not wearing my Moaning Myrtle costume.
Eric.
How about zombie?
Zombie is number 7 on the list. So that's 4 points.
Spider-Man.
Marvel superheroes is number 5 on the list. Eric. There are 2 left, the number 8 and the number 10.
2 left.
Three more incorrect answers, though, will end it, giving 20 points to the internet.
How about a mummy?
Ooh, interesting choice. No, though.
A werewolf?
Good choice, but no. Back to you, Eric.
Oh, great. Jedi.
Star Wars character is number 8. That is 3 points for you, Eric. Crystal, we're still in the game. We still haven't got any more wrong answers. Number 10 is the only one that's left.
What can I say that will make Tom roll his eyes? How about Star Trek?
That wasn't even in the top million. All right.
That is not true.
The number 10 answer was slasher movie villains.
Oh, I wasn't going to get that.
As I was giving you a clue, but you were not looking at me. All right. 10 points for the internet. All right. Page 1 is done. Page 2. Same thing, but for kids. Eric, you go first.
Marvel superhero.
Yes, number 8. That is
Witch.
3 more points for Eric. Witch is also on the kids list, but it's at number 6 this time, only giving Crystal 5 points. Back to you, Eric.
Princess.
We'll go with Disney Princess as number 9. So 2 points for you.
Ghost.
Ghost. This makes more sense for kids, but still not on the list.
DC superhero.
Oh, no. These are kids.
How about animal?
Animal is on the list in the number 3 spot. Eric.
Harry Potter character.
No.
Both of my kids were Harry Potter characters.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're going by your children and you? You had them dressed up like Eric Herman one year.
That is true. But
that's not on the list.
It almost worked, Crystal. We almost had him.
Oh, drat. What do kids dress up as? What did I dress up as? Let's go. How about a fireman?
No. I did see a fireman tonight, though. I saw like 5 police officers, but 1 fireman.
My nephew was going to dress up as a fireman, but then he saw a Maui costume from Moana. And
all right, time's up on this one.
What?
Number 1 is action superheroes. Number 2 is Batman, again. Number 4 is Spider-Man. Number 10 is Wonder Woman.
I didn't hear anything between 4 and 10 because you cut out, but it's okay. Don't worry.
I'm sure it was fascinating, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Okay. Let's go to a category which we shouldn't even be talking about. Same thing, but pets.
Ooh.
That's right.
Eric is first,
Crystal,
right?
you're first.
Oh, I'm first. Well, Eric, I think, got an... Oh, no, that would make sense, I guess. Okay, I'm going to say Star Wars characters.
No. Eric.
Really? Because Yoda was going to be my number 1. Let's say vampire.
No.
How about a ghost?
Yes, finally Ghost is on the list. In the number 8 position.
How about animal?
Not specific enough.
Then how about like cat? A dog dressed as a cat.
Yes, that's the number 9 spot.
Superhero? Or
Not specific enough.
how about Batman?
Correct. Number 7.
Superman.
No. Crystal.
Spider-Man.
No. Eric.
Wonder Woman.
No.
A
Crystal.
princess.
No. Eric.
Zombie.
No. All right. Internet. Here's your answers. Number 10, witch. Then 9 is cat. 8 is ghost. 7, Batman. 6, devil. 5, bumblebees. 4, pirates. 3, lions.
Oh, yeah.
2, I can't believe neither one of you said this, hot dogs.
Oh.
And number 1, costume for pets, pumpkins.
Because they're pupkins.
I question was even an option because I can't tell you how much I still, even after Crystal told the lies about her dog, care about this. All right. Back to wits and wagers. All right. This time, whoever's closest gets it, whether you're over or under. That way we don't do this $1 over nonsense. Got it? All right. Eric, you're first. What percentage of the average child's candy consumption happens on Halloween Day? So of the whole year, the amount of candy that a kid eats, what percentage do they eat on Halloween?
Wait, are you sure it's that? Are you sure it's not just of the candy they collected on Halloween, how much they eat on Halloween? That's the way I would have interpreted that.
You would have interpreted what? My question? Like, I'm being really clear here. How much of the candy that a child eats throughout the course of the year, what percentage do they eat on Halloween? And do you know that kids, like most of them, just go eat almost their whole stash at one spot until they get sick, and then there's all kinds of problems.
I will go with 4%.
Eric says 4%. Crystal.
I'll say 7%.
Good guesses to both. Eric, you are right on the dot. It is 4%.
Woo!
Wow.
How many people in the United States are directly employed because of the candy industry? Crystal, you're first.
What percentage? Is that what you said?
No.
Or
How many people in America are directly employed because of the candy industry?
I'm at a loss.
Like maybe they work at Hershey's Chocolate.
Right. I'm just number-wise, like I'm bad at gauging how many people are in the US and how many people work as a result of the candy industry. So I'm going to say
it's more than 2.
Oh, okay. I will say 830,000. That's probably really big.
Hey, Eric.
I actually was going to say 13 million.
Whoa.
What is wrong with both of you?
I think there's a lot of candy in this country.
I mean, machines make a lot of it.
Well, Eric just threw that one to Crystal for no reason at all. The answer is 34,000.
You could have at least given us like a range, man.
No. There's like 300 million. You're saying 1 in 300 people is in the candy industry. And Eric was saying 1 in 30 people.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at the chat, and there was a 3 million, there's a 14 million, there's a 1.2 million.
There's a lot of candy in this country.
No, there's not those numbers. What are you looking at? I'm looking. Oh, those people are crazy. All right. All right. First one to get it. Ooh, that's a cool view. First one to get it gets 40 points. The top 2 candy products in the world. Top selling candy products in the world. Eric, you're first.
M&M's.
That's 40 for Eric. Sorry, Crystal. If you guess the second one, you also get 40 points.
Cadbury chocolate.
No. Back to Eric. You want 80?
Hershey's chocolate bar.
No. Crystal.
Snickers.
That's correct.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Now, interestingly enough, those two are not the top two in, they're not the top one in America. In America, the number one is a different candy. What is it? Crystal, you get to go first.
Top candy in America, and it's not a Snickers bar?
Snickers. Actually, M&M's is number 2 in America. But what's the number 1 candy in America? And for once, I am in agreement with America.
Wow. What are the things I'm allergic to? Everybody loves Reese's peanut butter cups.
That's correct. Reese's peanut butter cup.
It's always stuff I'm allergic to.
All right. Another wits and wagers style question. The average trick-or-treater collects how many calories worth of candy?
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. All right. Who's first?
Eric, you're first.
Hold on. I haven't come up with an answer yet. So if we want me to...
You have to go right after Eric because it's the closest to. It's not closest to without going over.
Okay.
So I'm going to say 4,250.
Okay. Crystal?
I'm going to say 5,300.
All right. The answer is 11,000 calories.
Wow.
Yeah. That makes me a little nervous about those bags of candy sitting downstairs right now. All right. Another wits and wagers question. When polled, what percentage of parents admitted that they sneak candy out of their kids' stashes? And while we're thinking about the answer, Eric, have you done this ever?
Up until November of last year, absolutely.
All right. Really? And you felt no shame about it?
So I would pick the stuff that they had multiples of that I knew they wouldn't know that I had taken their one Reese's peanut butter cup. But first I'd work through whatever the leftover candy was that we would, we're supposed to give out to the children. So I'd work through that. And then once that was gone, then I would go after the kids. So this may be why I became diabetic. I'm not sure.
No, you can't do that. My wife told me to come home with no candy, and I did. The last kid in line, I was like, hey, you want this big pile? Apparently, I gave him 10,000 calories, but...
I guess my parents lucked out then because, I would, if I brought home Snickers or Reese's peanut butter cups or whatever, I would either give them to my sister or my parents because I couldn't eat them. So They ended up with candy regardless.
But maybe they took other candy and you don't know about it.
I don't think so. I was a pretty meticulous kid. I feel like I would know, but you know what? Anything's possible.
Got to go to school sometime.
Yeah. What was the question?
First, what percentage of parents admit to sneaking candy from their kids?
Okay. And I'm first? Or?
Yes.
I'm going to say 83%.
All right. Eric?
60%.
Once again, Crystal, the answer is 90%.
Wow.
All right. According to a licking machine invented by a university for no purpose at all.
It's about a Tootsie Pop, isn't it?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Man, I knew this at one point in the past.
Eric, you will be first this time.
323.
All right. Crystal?
496.
The answer is 364.
Whoa.
All right. And finally, one of my favorite candies, which I'm not eating much candy these days. I didn't eat any today. One of my favorite candies, even though a lot of people seem to hate them, but they're sold everywhere, so I can't be alone in liking them, are circus peanuts. You know those orange things? Do you know what flavor circus peanuts are?
Banana.
Correct? But they're still orange. Very odd. Circus peanuts are directly responsible for a very popular food. The first person to tell me it gets bonus points.
Lucky Charms.
That's correct.
I know this one. I knew it. That's a fact that I was aware of. It just took me a minute to pull it out of my brain.
So the General Mills had a contest. They gave them Cheerios and said, spice it up. So one guy cut up circus peanuts and put them in the cereal.
Huh.
And now Eric's conflicted because he thinks circus peanuts are disgusting, and he likes Lucky Charms.
Yep. I don't know what to do with this information.
I'd say buy some Cheerios and cut up some circus peanuts into it and make a video.
Yes, Eric. That sounds like a good thing for your body right now.
Yeah, no.
See, this is the thing. Everyone always makes fun of circus peanuts, but they sell them everywhere, so someone must like them. I
would rather circus peanuts than candy corn.
Oh, no. Candy corn. So good. I might have 2 bags of it downstairs.
No, the kids came by and stole it when you were looking. Since you left the sign that basically said, I'm not watching it.
I didn't put the candy out. It's not like sitting outside. It's in my kitchen. And it will eventually be in my belly. My panda belly.
Eric, you have 277 points.
I have less than that.
The internet has 130.
Okay.
And Crystal has 379.
Wait, when did I don't remember when I caught up.
Oh, you earned a lot of points there in the middle.
All these bonus questions here at the very end.
Oh. Hooray!
And that is my game show about candy and Halloween costumes.
That was fun. I like ones about food. Let's do more about food.
Thank you, Crystal, because Eric and the rest of the gang mock my food questions at our live shows.
If there's one thing I feel like I have some knowledge about, it's food.
And it's a gentle mocking. I mean, there are plenty of other things to mock you about that I can,
Oh,
food
someone
is just a minor thing.
That Good Mythical Morning just gave the circus peanut factoid this week.
Yes, they did. That might be why Crystal knows it. I love Good Mythical Morning.
I like them too, but man, they're ruining my jive. All right.
They determined the worst candy of all time this week in a bracket challenge.
What was it?
Necco wafers beat out black licorice for the #1 spot at the end of the bracket.
Necco wafers is awesome.
They're delicious.
What? They're like chalk. It's not even
delicious edible chalk.
Delicious chalk.
Haven't you always been sitting in a classroom and wishing you could eat some chalk? Well, here's some Necco wafers.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the deal. You take some candy, you sit there and eat it, and after eating 10 pieces, your mouth is too sour or too sweet. With a Necco wafer, it's milky, it's smooth, and you could eat 10 packs and not even know it.
Yeah, that's not good for you, and it's not even that tasty.
You're wrong. And the chocolate ones are even better. All right. So anyway, folks, if you have questions, now's the time to ask them, so that Crystal can get back out to her trick-or-treating and me and Eric can go to bed.
Yes. Neckos are candy Tums. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there was a lot of other interesting candies in the bracket. Candy corn was in the bracket originally. Nickel nips, those little wax bottles with the little liquid in them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would just shove those in my face and just chew on them and they'd explode. Yeah.
Why would you do that? Are you a heathen, Eric? You bite the top off gently and you drink it and then you chew on the wax.
So then you lose some of it. Like you don't get all of it out.
Eric is correct, Crystal. You're incorrect. You're supposed to chew the whole thing up to get every drop out.
Right. And then your jaw hurts because you've been chewing on all this wax. And then you just spit out this disgusting blob. And then it's time for the next one. So
wait a minute. Someone said, will the Essence show be posted next week? Was it not posted this morning?
It definitely was. It was. I wonder if they meant in a video format because the audio show went up today.
It will not be because it was not videoed.
Yeah. So.
How long did Halloween candies last in your families? So for me, it was about 24 hours.
24 hours.
Mine lasted a pretty long time. So I like candy a lot, but I'm pretty good about spacing out things that I enjoy. So like if I buy a bunch of candy, I don't eat it all at once. I just eat some and then eat some later. But I can't, my husband, if there's candy around, he just eats it. So I have to like hide candy if I buy it because otherwise it'll just disappear.
Yeah, growing up, I know that they lasted about a month at least. My kids, like, we only let them eat it after dinner. And so my youngest doesn't always finish his dinner, and so he doesn't get dessert. And so his candy will last until Easter. And eventually we have to start getting rid of it. And now that I don't steal as much of it, it lasts a lot longer.
I'm loving this Dice Tower Confessions. All right. Did we bring back Cool Runnings from Essen?
That's the ice melting one.
We might have. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm disappointed because it doesn't look as cool as Ice Cube, the older game that had melting ice in it. And so
I didn't get it myself. I didn't actually get to see the demo of it either. By the time I got around to that, they had like a press thing, and they were showing off how it worked. By the time I got there, they had fled.
The ice had melted?
Yeah, the ice had melted, and they were done.
I don't understand this question. It says, are there any Halloween-themed games you'd like, but not horror-themed?
So, like Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters?
Is that horror?
I mean,
that's
ghosts.
not horror. They're spooky ghosts. That's not horror.
Trick or Treat from Emerson Matsuchi.
Ha.
That's about collecting candy. There should be more games about candy. Do I ever have button candy? Yes. But I ended up always eating separate paper on it because I was too not impatient to get it off completely.
Yeah, just that. Yeah.
What game did Eric have to go the furthest lengths to get at Essen?
Furthest lengths. Like the one I ran for didn't exist. I went to the two different stores to try and get Pandemic, and they didn't have it. And I didn't realize they didn't have it until like I had checked both stores twice. What did I go for the longest? I guess so. The one I did the most to get was Mayolica, which I ordered.
Story.
I ordered it. I ordered 3 copies standing at the booth at Essen because they were sold out. But I liked the game so much, I really wanted it. And the shipping was flat for up to 5 games, so I ordered a whole bunch of copies of it. So I have to figure out what to do with the other 2 copies.
Oh, you'll be able to sell them for sure.
Probably. But yes, that's the farthest lengths I went to get a game at Essen.
Did you ever actually try soda and Pop Rocks to prove it's not deadly?
I've been too afraid to.
I would, but that sounds like a really bad health decision right now.
I didn't have to because Mythbusters tested it, so I got to see it on TV.
As a kid, you didn't when you were a kid.
Did that really exist? I mean, I guess it did. I guess it's from. I don't know. I don't feel like I was aware of it as a kid. So
no one's arguing. Do you have a buyback program with your kids to pay them to give up some of their candy?
No.
Here's the deal, people. I make sure my kids eat right. I make sure they eat their food. We have healthy meals for them. But once a year on Halloween, I say go for broke. I don't feel like I don't feel like it's that horrific until I read that 11,000 calorie thing. All right.
And I don't let my dogs eat any candy.
That's good.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
There's not many questions. Everyone's asking questions about Halloween instead of games. I hope you didn't come on here to find out about games today, I guess. How many masks do I own? Like 40? I took a lot of them with me tonight and just kept switching them out. Eric, do you have a cold?
Yes, I do. I caught something in Germany, and hopefully I've taken the last 2 days off of recording. I'm hoping to be able to record tomorrow.
All righty. Well, you know what? We should probably end here so that Crystal can go hand out candy. Thank you, everybody, for watching our show. Thank you. I'm like more energized at the end of the show than I was at the beginning. So that's
You had some candy, didn't you?
You hung out with me and Eric, and we are your buddies.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what it is. I have not eaten any candy at all. All righty. Well, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Crystal Pisano.
And I'm Eric Summerer.
And you've been watching the Dice Tower tonight.
Thanks for watching. Promotional consideration has been provided by game publishers in the form of review copies of games. Tom, Crystal, and I will see you in 2 weeks for another installment. Our show is supported by viewers like you. Thanks. Dice Tower Tonight is produced by Tom, Crystal, and me with assistance from Derek Porter and Rob Searing. Honey, I'm just saying there were an awful lot of trick-or-treaters dressed as skeletons this year, provided by Too Many Bones. Timothy Pinkham composed our theme, and hosting is provided by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games at great prices at CoolStuffInc.com. Give us your feedback on the Dice Tower Guild at Board Game Geek on Facebook or Twitter, or by emailing us at dicetower@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit the other shows in the Dice Tower Network. Find something new at dicetowernetwork.com. Until next time, from all of us at the Dice Tower, have fun gaming.
And make sure you don't pack your razors in your carry-on.
Well, I didn't know.
Happy Halloween, everybody!